I don't know. I don't agree with that. I think if you go on the second pick, and in that situation when you know the mid champion on the opposite side, I think you'd be far better off giving your top lane a counter pick, is my personal opinion of it.
That would be a good idea. We do have Duro going back home as well, actually holding onto the heel. As we do have a Pantheon making his way down.
This
Can't
is risky.
quite avoid turret shots anymore.
Yeah, this is risky because those health bars are low.
Yeah. Let's see whether the Raptor can actually tank this one up and get out. As there's a Valkyrie, it is going to work out very, very nicely here. As Ruler likely to go down first. First blood does go over to Diablo. And Ruler is dead. Canyon makes his way in. Is going to be able to take out the kill, but that does take money away from the bottom lane.
Yeah, now we're seeing some good trades come out from Ruler and Duro.
Oh, Vikler is in here as well. This is dangerous. Canyon taking a little bit of damage, but Diablo...
Oh, so low.
Yeah, I'm a little bit worried. He's very much trusting his barrier that he has available here. Is Canyon, will he go for a steal? Oh my god! Okay, that's not allowed. It was down to 30 health.
Yeah,
Yeah, Raptor didn't have smite.
Yeah, but the thing is, like, when you're playing Pantheon,
yeah,
you have the execute in your queue, so... Oh, he's caught out now.
Oh dear, this is all bad news here for Raptors. Even Duro is making his way up. Vikler finding an angle though. Perfect execution comes down as Canyon's in trouble. Doesn't quite find enough damage, but there's the wild growth, and it will be Canyon falling down. Flash to get Vikler out of the way, and he also has the Whimsy shield, so the Akali on the board.
They were really not happy about him stealing away the dragon, so Vikler made him pay for it.
It was almost like Raptor going from bad to worse there, though, because he could have got picked off after losing the battle to a flag. Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, you would not be happy about that, but, I mean, it's crazy that the dragon steal actually came in and the Tycho is busting, and it's like, okay...
And he's got Trinity Force as well.
40% of your health. Yeah, it's full burst.
It's a massive advantage. It's okay. In goes Vikler, looks for the angle. There is the backflip and the solo bolo! It's the year of Vikler! It's confirmed!
It's his year! Solo killing Chovy!
Oh my god, okay. And now B&K looking for another one. The flash forward, the wild growth, as Diablo will take down the Corki. Duro's dead as well, and Raptor was just there to watch.
Year of Vikler, it's the year of B&K FearX. 3 kills across the board for them. Chovy in the bot lane all taken down. It's a huge influx of gold and exactly where you want it as well.
Oh my goodness. Diablo and Callan, we already said, right? These guys are known for the 2v2 kills. Unfortunately, Ruler and Duro fall victim to it, but Vikler finding a solo kill against Chovy, that's not on very many bingo cards.
And you know, I was saying normally for the Azir, losing the flash is more about the playmaking, the safety, but he was definitely feeling the lack of flash there. Vikler collecting everything. Vikler specifically.
Yeah. Diablo wanted to make sure that we weren't confused.
They heard me say it was a year of B&K FearX. He was like, no.
Yep.
It's Vikler.
But still, Chovy gonna have to back away here. And Diablo looking a little worse for wear. Gets the heal out of Kellen. Kellen just gonna make his way back as the Rift Herald will be able to take down this mid-outer turret.
Yeah, not sure how needed that was, but a little bit of an insurance policy just to make sure they got that last play. Do have almost all flashes available. It's only Duro's who's down, so a lot of cooldowns to play with.
And this could have been sole point. Canyon hadn't just thrown a flag at the first dragon.
Oh, Clear's low. He needs to recall, I feel, so he can get his TP in.
Well, Diablo have to deal with that. Drops a flag on him.
Maybe don't tank all that damage.
It's a little bit frightening, isn't it? As now Callan's kind of by himself, keen to move on forward. Could just flash on him, but Raptor, he comes on over. That is going to be the Drake to take him down. But now Keen is kind of by himself. The rest of Gen.G moving over. Teleport in from Vikler. They think that they found the crocodile. Let's see whether Vikler can actually get anything here. And the answer is no, not for the moment.
Mid tower up, it's really hard to see an angle. And the wave's just going to get cleared out before it even hits it. So the TP, I feel like maybe a bit overforced. And the problem is, right, they have Chovy here up against Clear. Look at Clear's inventory.
Yeah.
He doesn't want this. They've just recalled Vikler, and he's like, guys, I'm coming. I'm trying to answer the Azir. He keeps moving.
Well, Clear is now going to move on down. Let's see whether he can find the angle as there's the man drop. Canyon moves in, the all-out onto Chovy. He's taking so much damage, and down he will go. Canyon now finds himself in trouble as Keen gets closed in by the bottom lane. Ruler is in base. Duro's desperately trying to help out, but they've lost 2 already, and B&K fire back.
That's one way to answer the Azir. Just kill him, right? Chovy goes down, ult not used, flash not used, dive up, and Vikla maybe in trouble.
Yeah, phosphorus bomb. Oh, he would have gone in. He would have definitely gone in.
I think the bubble was still on cooldown, didn't throw it out. Keen going in on Clear, but he's all armor.
Yeah, Raptor is now moving down as well. Kellen in position, has the wild growth, uses it as the polymorph onto Ruler is there. Oh, the spear barely missing, but look at this! They're bobbing for apples underneath this inner turret. Ruler is just dead. Perfect execution comes forward. The turret finishes off Vikla, and Kellen is really dead. Keen is going to survive.
Dabble would have been dead there. If not for that cooldown preventing the engage. And it's a shot, you know, didn't have to be in the flash as well from Diablo. I think it's important.
Wait a second. Are they just going to Tidal Wave to interrupt the back and then take Baron off the back of it? That's
Baron
crazy.
Takes
Surely they can't do that.
This is so risky. This is so risky. Raptor can get in the pit as well. He has ult.
Yeah. Well, Diablo is not quite there just yet, but he might be able to get there in time for the fight. As Canyon down to 50%, but the Baron is down to 5,000. All right, in comes the Pantheon. He dives on top, but the bubble is waiting for him, and Raptor is going to be eviscerated. The Aegis is not quite enough. Empress Divide hits the air, though, and now Vikla, it's his turn to start something. Diablo's shown up, though. They're trying to peel for him. Into the backline goes, oh my God! How dare you do it again, Canyon! Diablo is going to be able to kill him, but my goodness, they keep 3 Barons on the table and save the play. Look at his cheeky face. Look at his face. Oh my God, Canyon. Yeah, Dura's like, you're on fire today. What's going on?
I would be so tilted. Yeah, I thought he flagged and then he queued and that's what got the kill, but no, he just got with the flag. Yeah, just
flag.
Just hit.
Well, we've got an outer turret falling on the top side of the map in trade for this dragon. It's going to be second here for Gen.G. Should be the first.
I've never seen a 2-3-2 job and be so clutch.
Yeah. It was kind of like the 0-7 Pantheon from Sponge the other week.
Yeah.
B&K still have a decent advantage, but it's only 1,000 here at this stage of the game. Yeah, Raptor, oh no, he gets caught by Canyon. Does trade a fair bit of damage back, has to flash to get out of the Cataclysm. As now...
Wait, how'd you get out now?
Yeah, I don't know. It's just going to get knocked up by the Flag and Drag. Now looks to try and turn it because he knows there's no way out. And yeah, Raptor is all out of sorts. And I do not blame him after what has happened, as there's another Wild Growth to interrupt Chovy. But he doesn't use the Emperor's Divide, just has to wait for another Shifting Sands. And he will be able to make that play again before Kellen can respond.
But there's a crocodile in the brush.
That's always very scary. All right, now the Baron. Just going to help empower these siege minions to be problematic. Vikla is pretty scary, but man, this is just kind of like a freight train moving down the mid lane. My goodness. Are Gen.G going to win this off the back of 2 flag steals?
It's looking like
so unfair.
It's just...
Oh no, Diablo is able to dash out of the way of Chovy here. Oh, the Arc of Ruin almost kills him. Has to flash to get out of the way. As Vikla dashing on top of Canyon now. Oh, okay. Where'd he go? Cuts him down where he stands. Now Raptor looking for the angle, dives on top of Ruler, but buffers the Valkyrie really nicely, and now spacing it out as best he can. The flash from Clear, but Ruler has already taken down the Pantheon. Diablo's also doing the same thing on the other side of the fight, though, and Ruler is dead. It's the kill going over to Vikla, and who else was going to save the day? Obviously, this man on the Akali, as Gen.G... Duro does have a little bit of redemption here that he's looking for. Some support combat is what he really wants, but Diablo is unfortunately an 80 carry, and so he has a fair bit more damage.
Beat him up.
Yep, there we go. Bubble not going to connect, so Duro, I think, may buy some time, but the Slurkle is able to slow him up. Okay. That's what the SL part of the Slurkle is about.
Yeah. Does buy a lot of time, allows everyone to respawn.
All right, B&K now with control back in their hands, but not exactly a gold advantage, as, oh my God, Vikla does so much damage. The stun not quite going to be enough here, as there is the Dominus. Perfect execution to get him out of there, but oh, the bubble! Connects onto Raptor, he goes down to the GA, there's the Wild Growth onto Canyon, he should be going down to his GA as well, but the Pantheon is going to be locked up, and Gen.G are going to be there to save their jungler. B&K gonna get slowed down on this push, as Chovy looking for a wrap around Vikla. Yeah, he tries to go into the mist and actually does get out of the way. Ruler is dead as well. Canyon takes out, and Diablo survives! Chovy is still there, though, at full health, and Keen has just teleported back in. Clear realizing that he just needs to make sure that everyone has a way out. The polymorph, the flash from Kellen, and the DPS, it's not going to be there. They wipe the floor with the 2 carries, and Chovy sacrifices his life for it. I'd probably say that that one's worth, as now Clear is still pretty deadly. Kellen just trying his very best to defend as he sidesteps the bubble, and now Clear looking to get on top of Duro. This could be the angle. Another shield, and he hits the cube. He got it. Duro goes down, and Keen will finally take out the top laner, and the polymorph just comes back off cooldown. I think Kellen wins this kite, by the way. I think he just stops him from walking. Oh, never mind. He closes the gap. But now Raptor moves in. There's the movement speed. Dominus is back off cooldown again, though.
Yeah, no
and
time.
yeah, I don't know whether Raptor wins this one. But Kellen is there. He's got another wild. Okay, this game is just silly.
You know what I said? How last series was 2 teams looking for the first win, and this is 2 series trying to stop their first loss. Kellen just getting the shields in.
Oh, man. Kellen actually front runner for POM. As, all right, in comes Raptor once again to take a bubble to the face. Barely. Oh my God, the all out. Okay, well, that's sushi for you.
I'm telling you one thing, right? Kellen is definitely putting his mouse over the portraits to put those shields on.
Oh, he is.
Because when it's getting hectic, he's getting his shield on the right people every single time.
Honestly, POM material right there. I know it's the year of Vikla, but maybe it's actually the year of Kellen.
Okay, they're going to do Dragon. Raptor is very low. They don't have a support.
Oh no, Flagman's here. Flagman's here.
No, it can't happen again. It can't happen again.
Just reset it, reset it. Okay, Vikla goes in. Let's see whether they can kill Canyon. He connected the backflip, and they create the space. There's another shield for Vikla.
They're going to go Baron. They're going to go Baron.
Wait, this should just be Baron, right?
Okay, yeah, I think they got to let it go. They got to let it go.
Yep. I don't think this is going to be the winning fight.
They read the patch notes. It's not worth as much gold as it used.
And Grand Starfall on cooldown. So you would say that Vikla is probably having a good time this game.
Oh, Vic would be very careful.
Oh, we are watching him have a very good time.
Does he need to be careful?
Oh my God, he almost hits Ruler with it. Wants the perfect execution, but he's going to use it. Oh my, the rocket connects.
Yes.
And he would have been redeemed anyway, as they're winning the game on the other side.
Yeah. Well, I said he needed to be careful, but...
Wait, base race probably gets won by a double siege minion Baroned up lane.
Yeah, Baron's pretty good at sieging.
Yeah, and good old Corky is kind of good at destroying structures. They just have to run the whole way. Teleport in from Chovy. Wait, is the game just over? This is the stupidest way for this game to end.
There's no way. There's no way.
No, there is no way. They are not allowed to do it like this. All right, teleport comes in. It's going to be a 5v5 in the B&K base. Wait, make it a 4v5 as Vikla is up in another 20 seconds. B&K are making sure that Vikla is going to be as close as possible. Canyon is wrapping around for some reason. B&K need to try and stop this. There is the Q to bring them all back. The all-out brings Keen in. I'm not entirely sure about that decision. As Clear is absolutely gigantic. There's the knock-up from Canyon as B&K's health bars are just being destroyed. And the massive crocodile is going to chop them all up. Down goes Ruler, but it's in trade for the Nexus as Gen.G steal away what is one of the most ridiculous games I've ever had the sheer pleasure of commentating.
They're downing kills still. They're still downing kills. How did it end like that?
I don't know. I don't want it to make sense. I might even skip the space so I know less. As Ruler still did 40,000 damage. As my goodness, both of the carries on both teams very, very similar.
Oh, you see they did get a gold lead.
All right, Rakan going to be locked in. Duro going to be able to help out with a lot of the engage here. The double circles on the top side of the map for Gen.G is going to be very scary. And then the Realm Warp to get Chovy into the fight if he needs to be there.
So I think this is kind of indicative of how, you know, Mastery...
Ruler, unfortunately, walking a little bit too far up. Doesn't have cleanse anymore because he has to flash to get out of the way. There's a grand entrance, though, as in the meantime, there's Canyon finding the angle into the mid lane and takes down Vikla.
And this is giving the confidence for Raptor just to start off this Dragon. Smites early to help speed it up.
Yep, had a couple of charges, so should have access to that smite again. And hopefully holds onto it this time so that he doesn't get Wind Becomes Lightning stolen. As Diablo, wanting to take down Ruler here, I believe took a turret shot, but avoided the deadly flourish.
Yeah, I think he can play with so much confidence in this 2v2 because he has that barrier backup.
And so does need to be careful. Still going to be surviving, but it's also that Raptor can get down here.
Yeah, they wanted the cleanse so they can go for this play with I'll have that, but now he's going to ult the wave.
Yeah, curtain call comes in. Diablo looking to try and block this as he does bring those minions in. Can Raptor make this one work as Chovy's trying to get on down? There's the flash forward. Sprint display of Kellen around the turret. And down they will go. Kellen tanks it up perfectly. See whether we can make it to 6 once again. As tomorrow, it's looking like, you know, the telecom wall could go all the way. There are some opportunities here as now Keen with some needlework underneath the turret. There's another one, though. Raptor is addicted to hitting turrets with his ultimate. Okay. And it's working.
Chovy moving up. Has the Realm Warp.
I believe Raptor may be dead, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, he is going to be taken down. That's 544 gold going over to Chovy.
I did not see the outplay potential.
Yes, I did not quite see it either.
Yeah, Chovy, you know.
We'll have it coming pretty soon. That is going to mean that this Ezreal is going to be pretty strong. As Druid can't take too many more of these Qs. As Canyon looking to get that knock up onto Kellen. He does have the Solar Flare, connects it, and actually lasts a long time with the help of the Eclipse, but Wind becomes lightning, enough to take him down. And True Shot Barrage sails by elegantly. But it's not going to do too much across the other side of the map. So nice little pick off here from Gen.G. And they should now be able to turn this into a dragon of their own.
Yeah, also well played there by Duro for dodging out of the True Shot Barrage because he was the one who was low HP. I think Callum was kind of looking for maybe a return kill there. Raptor fishing for something, but...
Doesn't have ulti, so not quite going to be able to do anything here as Diablo. That is what BNK are looking to try and make happen right now. So just completes it now.
Oh, no.
Oh dear, Xenoblade barely misses onto Keen though.
Question is, can you make this happen before Gen.G come over?
Well, Canyon already here. There is the Solar Flare, and he gets in there. The Supreme Display of Talent comes down, but Canyon is in position. Flash out there from Raptor, gets out of the way of the turret, is now clear. Needs to try and save Raptor and Kellen. Kellen already down as the rest of Gen.G make their way forward. Duro with the quickness is there, but now Vikla turns up and brings the orb to protect his Ambassador. The 2-for-2 trade in the end. All right.
You know, if we are going to have the perfect week, we're going to have more games per day, which increases the odds.
Well, no. It increases the need for you to pay attention, okay? As, all right, Raptor going in. Keen could be in trouble once again. He's going to flash to get himself out of the way as now Kellen finds himself in trouble as Canyon looks to turn it, and it's Ruler that takes the kill with his deadly flourish. Supreme Display of Talent not quite doing enough, but is going to be able to peel, and Raptor slinks away with barely any health. Let's see whether Raptor can snipe something. It looks like he's not going to be able to. Doesn't have Curtain Call and is out of range of the Deadly Flourish this time as Diablo moves over. Once again, do retain some control. So Shelly not exactly doing what she's supposed to completely. Gen.G will now have to try and figure out what they want to do to stop this dragon from going down, or just give it up and look for something else.
Yeah, Chovy moves up towards the top side. Actually, Realm Warp's there, so it seems they're not... Oh!
All right, Diablo trying to get it out of the way, and the quickness is going to come on through, but the tower is just dead. So that is the prize here for BNK. That's the first of the game as well. The opening salvo, as it were. Canyon now moving towards his bottom side as Kellen and Clear will be able to take out this turret. The flash forward there from Kellen. Solar Flare is going to connect as into the mist they go, but Canyon shows up at exactly the right time. Keen now trying to turn this as he has the needlework to get that health bar back up again. And the Realm Warp from Chovy to deliver him in. And now Raptor is going to show up. Kellen is likely to go down, but there is the public execution. True Shot Barrage is avoided by Chovy and Canyon beautifully. And now Duro with the quickness just says, sit down, and Chovy will take him out.
Huge turnaround there from Gen.G and BNK FearX. You know, they committed to the play initially, but you could see they thought this is not a good idea, and they started to regret it. And as more and more members joined in.
Oh dear, Mega Cone going to be able to get Vikla, and never mind, it doesn't get him out of there. The bullets rain true, and Ruler just hits everything there with that curtain call.
And that's 4 members from BNK FearX dying.
That might have just been game.
Yeah.
Just that play. Because now Gen.G can move that to this tower in the bottom lane. Top out a turret as well. Baron's on the map. And now BNK getting control again is going to be so incredibly rough. Plus they have a composition that relies on being ahead. There's a Kiana. Yeah.
Like commit to the play or
oh dear.
Don't flash in like that.
There's a Realm Warp. Vikla is likely to die, and he will be taken out. What more can they get? That is going to be the question, though, as he survives a little longer than I would have expected. Yeah. Here on the top side of the map, Clear is still doing some good work. but he's not going to be helping with this dragon fight that's happening in 20 seconds time.
I think that one, you just give it up.
Diablo slowed down, Deadly Flourish doesn't connect, is now Kellen going to be the target one more time. Canyon is just a raid boss in this game. It's kind of impossible to do anything to him as Ruler with just a cheeky shot just nabs his 3rd kill of the game. And Chovy has the item. By the way, as Diablo, still tagged by the quickness there. As, okay, Clear looking to make his way over and picks up Ruler. They might be able to turn it into a kill onto him, but Raptor is already dead. Diablo, can you get the damage down as he sidesteps and Dura gets killed by Baron? Oh no! Still, Chovy shows up, and this guy has an entire bank worth of funds that he just throws at the Ezreal, and he dies. 6-0-3 now for Chovy.
Yeah, Actualizer doing some stuff here, just completely explodes. BNK FearX. I think this one.
Dura also just survives. Supreme Display of Talent is not enough to take down the Rakan. As Chovy just kills a dragon. That is going to be 2nd for Gen.G, evening out the Drake count between these 2 squads. Still some fight in BNK, absolutely. They're only 1,000 gold behind. Absolutely.
Yeah, so maybe that's what it needs to work.
Well, this turret doesn't work anymore because it's just taken out. Wind becomes lightning there from Canyon. Goes down to 50% as Gen.G get all 5 members here. As Raptor slinks into stealth as Keen is just now looking for the bottom side. Clear with teleport at the ready.
I do want to note that Chovy's 3 levels up on Vikla, and Canyon is 2 levels up on Raptor.
Canyon going to get delivered alongside Chovy as Supreme Display of Talent comes down, and Canyon is just dead. Mega Cone to split up absolutely everyone, and Clear dives into the fight. Chovy able to take down the Leona, but the public execution to pick him up Diablo from over the wall, but Clear is just dead, and Chovy goes golden. Keen able to tank it out, but it is going to be the kill there for Vikla, and they will be able to take him out there as now Diablo looking a little worse for wear. Deadly Flourish, good sidestep. Yeah, no, he's bought half a 3rd item, which is not what he should have done. He should have bought 2.
Yeah, so, you know, something to learn from, something to pick up for in the future.
Yeah.
You know what else is crazy is the fact that, I mean, I know he gets the extra level from the Rod of Ages, but Chovy's out-leveled both the top laners who have the XP quests.
That is kind of absurd. All right, Supreme Display Talent is... I didn't see it, unfortunately. Diablo's health bar is also missing.
I feel like
he's going to have to go back to the fountain.
It's a little insulting to call it its full name when it just misses.
I know, but it is called its full name, and that's Riot's fault, okay? It's not mine. It's the same as when Akali messes up, and that doesn't quite work either. As Gen.G going to break open the base in the mid lane, guaranteed, but can they also get the bottom side of the map as well, as Keen pushing that one forward. Duro makes his way over. First inhibitor will be falling down. This game is very quickly spiraling out of control, if it's not already just gone. Dissonance doing a little bit of work there as Deadly Flourish to hold on to Kellen. He's died 7 times this game, though. It hasn't been a good time.
7 times so far.
So far.
You should have bought that one instead.
We can guarantee that he has not bought that.
Is there a
Caulfield's Warhammer instead? I don't think that means anything about it.
That's a good one too.
All right. Gen.G now looking for the last inhibitor that's left up on this map. As Ruler just taking pot shots where he can find them. Keen and Chovy pushing the rest of these waves in. BNK getting stretched a little bit too thin to make this one work. Super minions are getting cleared out relatively well with the help of this Orianna. And without Baron, it's a little bit harder for Gen.G to get this siege to work, but they are still closing in. BNK going to be forced to engage. And Canyon's so hard to deal with. Kellen will be able to find him with that Solar Flare, and the ulti is not doing the most damage, or sorry, getting the most value here for Canyon. As Shockwave going to connect onto Chovy, can they actually kill him? No. As easy, just going to kill Diablo instead. He gets thrown back by the Supreme Display of Talent. Needlework almost kills Diablo. He needs to get to the fountain as Vikla is just taken out, and the public execution is not going to land there from Clear. Still, he gets himself into relative safety underneath these Nexus turrets. As Chovy looking a little worse for wear. These health bars looking better on the side of BNK than they would have otherwise been, as now Clear getting cut down where he stands. Diablo trying to get the damage in, but it is not enough, and Canyon will be able to shut him down. Just not enough damage from BNK, and Gen.G are looking to remain undefeated here in the LCK Cup, even if Game 1 was silly. This one was a little one-sided, and Gen.G demonstrating that they are still on Korean soil, and they're looking pretty good. Who gets PO? Is it just, you know, Chovy because he was the guy in this game?
Oh, please. Look, Chovy had a great game too.
How did Ruler do that much damage on Jhin?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know who's going to get POM. I know who I think probably will get POM. I know who I voted for.